Oh, for me, this is early. I made it here barely before 10:15, so I think I'm doing good. We're still waiting for Artemis slash Maya, so let's see how we're doing on this crossword puzzle. Oh, it's going back up into the 90s here in my part of the world, and I was going to put makeup on, but as soon as I woke up this morning, started sweating. I was like, the makeup will slide right off my face. So you got me barefaced as usual. Okay, let's take a look at this crossword puzzle. I chose the LA Times today. We did USA Today last Friday, and that one was fairly easy to get through. So let's see how we're doing on this one. Let's see. Gymnastic event informally. I have no idea what that is. Okay, five across. Soccer star Kelly, who hosted a Just Women's Sports podcast. Yeah, this looks like it's going to be a really sporty crossword so far. Not good for me. Let's see. 10 across. Cobbler's item. Let's see. 14 across. Cyan Kin. Cyan is that the red one? Or is that the blue one? I don't know. Or is it the green one? Well, if it's the green one, then the cyan kin would be aqua. So let's try that. Since we've got a key going down, let's try aqua. Okay. Let's see. There we go. Let's see. Lavender kin. Lavender, that lilac, I bet. Now, see, these are closer to something I can answer. Okay, Metamorphoses poet. Yeah, I don't know that one. Um, Good for you, Ronald. You got the Bandle in 3 today, Ronald? Since the only Kelly you know is Kelly Ripa. Yeah, no, she was a soap opera star. Or her husband was a soap opera star. I can't remember if Kelly Ripa did soap operas as well. I think she did. Oh, Lord. Yeah, Kelly might be a last name. You're right. Huh. I was thinking first name because I know somebody who spells their name that way. So, cobblers do deal with shoes. Let's see. What else we got here? 17 across. Ooh, that's the long one. Principle behind speak softly and carry a big stick. That's long. Let's see. 20. When doubled, very affectionate. Kiss kiss or kissy. 20 across is something with kiss. It's either kissy or kiss kiss. Let's see. Ronald is going. 3 down, spice blends. 4 down, college admission factor. So that would be SAT score. So I don't know that 23 across might start with a. Yeah, Lara Croft is with a C. So this one's going to be SAT score. There we go. Okay. Flamenco shout Olay like most TVs. Most TVs these days are high def. Let's see, 17 down. Top tier. Top tier. Hmm. I don't know. 8 down. Spellbound. Huh. Cast? No. It's a cast spell, but if you're spellbound, that means you're caught in the spell. So I don't know. I did not grab my phone, so if Artemis is trying to tell me she's going to be late, I am missing it. Let's see, 9 down. Knee injury initials. That is ACL. Okay, because I think my best friend's husband had an ACL injury. Let's see, Mogadishu resident. Uh, 11 guitar riff. Ice cream brand. Well, I know there's an ice cream brand called Halo, but I don't know if that would fit there with the cobbler's item 10 across. I don't know other ice cream brands that are just 4 letters. Oh, I was looking at the wrong one. Yeah, it might fit there if you put an H. Let's try. Yeah, H at the end. Okay, 18 down. These numbers are very small for my old eyes. Melodious. 19 down. People in debt. Pavos. The Po. Let's see. Hair salon supply. Gel. That would be my guess. Yeah, I'm gonna put gel just in case, and we can see if it's right later. Okay. Church ensemble choir. Law experts. Not sure on that one. Grumblers left holding the bag. For sale. Cartoon Corporation. That's Acme. Okay. The Met Gala. Oh yeah, I see somebody already got that one. Maze features. Dead ends is what I would think, but some Lakota winter supplies. Don't know that one. I keep looking at the wrong one. Extinct New Zealand bird. Somehow that's in the back of my head. What's 31 down? Hewn of Outlander. I have not watched Outlander. That is not my type of show. Let's see. Some Lakota winter supplies. No. Peppers used in mole. Oh, it's something like ancho but I don't have all the letters. Ooh, that's on the tip of my tongue, that one. Not literally, because me and peppers are not friends. Gouges. That's like stabs, maybe? Stabs? ladybird, fingerprint feature, a whirl. Fingerprints have whirls. That's one of those words that do me no good. Papua New Guinea. Okay. A science course. Could it be bio, maybe? Okay. I'm just putting stuff in here and it could be wrong. We'll figure it out later. I know Ronald will correct them. Let's see. Split up. Uh, Item in a moth infested closet. Oh, that's a long one. I need more letters to get that. Long winged sea eagle. I believe that is a tern. Tern is one of those words that I only ever see in crossword puzzles. I don't have any use for it, but it comes up in crossword puzzles a lot. All I know is a tern is a bird, and so if I see something that says a bird by the sea or anything with a bird and the sea and it's 4 letters, I guess tern. I could be wrong. Let's see what the noun is for that. Let's see. Minimum fraction. I don't know what that is. Energy field. Is it the air? Would that be area? What is this down? Pub order. Turn is wrong because a pub order is a pint. So I did get it wrong. And turn, it's usually turn all the time. Oh well. So that means that one's wrong. And that is wrong. Okay. So that's probably wrong as well. So take that letter out. Okay. Energy field. I don't know. Let's see. Cloudiness. Nope. Nope. Move for one's company. Say. Relocate. But 4 letters. I don't know how you do. Clucking sounds. Let's see. 50. Where's 57? Oh, somebody already got Uma. Let's see. 58 down. Pro. I have no idea. Let's start heading back up this way. Okay, so is it Ahuna? Ahina? Let's see. What's this one again? Spellbound. No. Principle behind speak softly and carry a big stick. Subtle. I thought subtle might be that first word. Speak softly and carry a big stick. Subtle. Subtle. I got nothing. I got nothing. It's 19 down. Nope. Perambulates. That's walks. So this is wrong up here. My guess for Halo was wrong. Oh, silly. I was trying to go that way. Stop it. Back. Back. And back right there. Okay, now let's put you. I'm just making a mess. Okay, so this is walks. Okay. Let's see. Let me look at the comments here. Huh. Briars and Haagen Dazs. Really, all the ice cream names I know sent are long ones. Your video was 10 minutes behind. Oh no. Well, I'm glad you're caught up. It's never the turn's turn to have the spotlight. Funny. Okay. Okay. So Artemis is on her way. Okay. Subtle diplomacy? That sounds right. Let's try that. All right, we'll put that in there. Now the ice cream. Um, oh, blank EYS. Ooh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Okay, so people in debt, those are owers. Okay, I heard the little pop in my ear, so if I flip over, I assume my daughter will be there.
Why, hello. Also, if you're gonna
Hello.
be over here doing the crossword with the chat open, make sure you're checking the chat. Everybody's throwing answers and
I
stuff over there.
I am checking the chat.
I did not hear you address any of the comments that were said because Synth was throwing out some answers.
And I took Sense Answer for subtle diplomacy. I got it.
Okay, okay. I'm just making sure, but I am here.
Okay, Ronald knows the ice cream. Did you put it in, Ronald? Edie's. That's what it was. I couldn't get my brain around it.
Okay.
So how are you today, ma'am?
I had yet another nightmare
No.
that I have to explain before we go live because it's
No.
driving me crazy. I had a nightmare. We're like getting ready to go on the cruise, or we're like on the cruise or on the boat or whatever. And I'm like walking, let me turn my volume down on my phone. But I'm like walking down a hallway to go do something, play cards or something, the usual stuff we do. And all of a sudden, some lady, just some random white lady, comes up to me and is like, "What are you doing?" They're like waiting for you. And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm walking to my family." And she's like, "No, you're supposed to be on stage. What are you doing?" And I'm like, "What?" And so she like pulls me down a series of like hallways and stuff. And I'm like, what is going on? All of a sudden, I'm sitting on a chair in the middle of a stage with a flute in my hand and a like empty music stand in front of me. And she's like, "Don't you have your music?" And I'm like, "No." And she's like, "Well, did you memorize it?" And I'm like, "I didn't know this was supposed to be here." And she's like, "You have to perform or the ship can't leave the shore." And I'm like, "What?" So I'm like frantically looking up music on my phone on Google, like looking up some sort of sheet music, and I don't know what to look up. So I'm just like looking up sheet music, and Google's like, it's illegal to look up free sheet music actually. And I'm like, what? Yes, I do play flute, Ronald, but I haven't played flute since middle school.
Really? Why don't you have the clarinet in your dreams?
Like, what? I think it's because we were at the farmers market yesterday. The band that was performing had a flute player. They were playing like fun sea shanties type stuff, but they had like a banjo and accordion player and a flute player. And I was like, "Oh, flute player, that's fun." And so I think that might be what triggered that part of that stress stream. I was like, what? Nightmare
Crazy.
Central.
Half of a board game.
Board? Cards?
Nope. Starts with a C.
Half of a board game. Shit, no. Synth. That's basically the cruise version of the classic dream where you're in high school being given a test you never knew that was coming. Your brain just adopted the format. Bruh, for real. For real. I was like, no, I just want to go on my vacation. I waited so long. Okay. I am switching us over to the stream music. And I gotta pull in Twitch.
Yes, you have to pull in Twitch.
Why is your camera pointed up so high?
What?
It's like cutting off your chin. You're like all the way up here. I mean, usually right here.
No, I think my chair has decided to sync again.
Oh. You're right, because it's a little bit higher because usually we can see your computer with the coffees on it, and I can't see your computer. So your computer is either closer or higher.
Is that better?
Yes, I think so. Let me pull in Twitch.
I was waiting for my sandwich to warm up so that I could, because it was in the refrigerator, so I'd like it to come to room temperature.
Room temperature, yeah.
Because I don't like eating cold bread. But I think I waited too long and my tummy hurts. I should have eaten some of this candy. I just got rid of my tummy ache that I've had for the last 2 days, and I thought, I've got food, I'm going to eat it first thing this morning. And I waited too long for my food because I was doing the crossword and I wasn't thinking that I should go ahead and start eating.
You really need to get one of those, the packs of the crackers that kids get for snacks where it's got like 6 crackers in it. You need to get a box of those and then just keep them in your office. You need some emergency crackers. So in case anything goes wrong, you can just like eat some crackers. You're like, oh, this is taking too long. Just eat some crackers real quick. You need emergency crackers.
Emergency crackers.
Emergency crackers.
We actually have some Ritz crackers downstairs. Your father bought some of the because when I saw that box of crackers, I was thinking to myself, these companies just find a way to make more money when they're not even doing anything new. Because, Ritz crackers usually come in
the sleeve,
the long sleeve like this, and there's like maybe 4 or 5 sleeves in the box. Well, now they've got the ones that the name on it just made me laugh, but I can't remember what it was. But it's something like Ritz on the go or something like that, trying to make it sound like they
did something.
Trying to make it sound like they did something, and all they did was take the plastic and make it, and now they have little short ones.
So instead of the long tube, it's the short tube.
So it's the same size box and everything. They just cut the tube in half and so you've got in case of emergency crackers. I didn't even sip my coffee, which makes no sense. Well, I was waiting for my coffee to cool down.
I have no coffee. We'll see if I get room service today. Okay, I'm about to pull in Twitch, and then we're gonna do the intro. Is everyone ready? Are you all done picking your noses? We don't want to be picking our noses on stream.
Yeah, I guess we're done.
Okay. 3, 2. Welcome, babies, to the Friday Coffee Klatsch. I am your gamer bro, ready for Halloween Artemis, and this is your dainty gamer dame, ready for a cruise, Dani. And today, we are going to be playing some casual games, starting with the Bandle, then maybe some little snacks, and then maybe some more Game Arena. We'll see. There's also the crossword that's always going on in the background. Oh no! That's a bummer.
Medicine does things to you. I wouldn't know because I never take medicine, but
it do be happening.
Yes, we still have a King's Corner game hanging out there.
Opening up the Bandle. I saw. Did Ronald say he got? Ooh, then we can open up our game to King's Corner. I am opening up Bandle, so we can do that real quick. And didn't Ronald say he got it in like 3 or something? So yeah, he said he got it in 3, but it was hard.
I have the sheet
Ronald says
music.
he
You're
has
so
the sheet
silly.
music. Oh, okay.
So am I
Okay.
bringing up the bundle or are
Let's.
you bringing up the
No, no,
bundle?
I've got it. I'm pulling it in.
Okay.
Okay. As usual, I'm turning off the music. If you guys don't remind me to turn on the music before we get deep into little snacks, you're fired.
No cookies for you.
No cookies for you.
No cookies for you.
Add to stage. I click the button. Okay. All right. Here we go with the drums. Maybe we can get this quickly because, and yes, note the popcorn. Maybe we can get this quickly because my computer is already like, girl, what you doing? So here we go. Drums.
I have no idea what this is. The
It just sounds
drums
like
are
drums. I'm
no
just going to
help.
go ahead and skip to the next one. Nope. I'm just going to go ahead and skip to the next one. Let's see what we got. The little ending bit felt vaguely familiar to me, but not familiar enough that I think I would get it after listening to it again.
This does not sound familiar to me at all.
What you think?
Not
Let's
familiar to me at
move
all.
on. We're going to speed through it today. All right, let's go to guitar and clarinet. Because Ronald got it in 3, so we may hover here for a
This is
little
where
while, see
Ronald
if we can
got
get
it.
it where Ronald got it.
But he said it's not easy, so.
Yeah.
What's the year on this?
1994, the year after I was born.
1994. Oh, the 90s are a total block for me. Is it something from, I don't know, the movie Labyrinth? I don't know. The 90s are a total block for me. I tell people all the time that
the 90s are a block.
Because I was busy either trying to get pregnant or being pregnant and being sick while being pregnant. So a good chunk of the 90s where people remember like boy bands and stuff like that. Like for instance, I tell people all the time, I'm taking people's word for it that 98 Degrees was an actual band. Because I don't remember them at all. All I know Nick Lachey from is that reality show he did with Jessica Simpson, and then all the stuff he does now, hosting TV shows, reality shows, and stuff like that. Him being in a boy band, totally missed that.
Also, Ronald's over here calling you out in the chat. I'm gonna play it again.
Very funny, Ronald.
He said there's a clue in the clarinet line. It feels like it's right there.
It feels very moody. I have no idea what kind of movie this would have been in.
Let's go ahead and skip forward. We're not as good as Ronald, who knows this song by heart, can play it on every instrument. An international man of mysterious music.
See, this makes me think of that song by Seal, "A Kiss from a Rose," but I know that wasn't in a movie,
Thank you. That's the song I was trying to think of.
and I don't think it was in '94. I think it was later than that. That's what I said. It sounds like Seal. That's what I said. It sounds like Seal.
We're gonna guess it. Yeah, that was it. I also know that song, and I just couldn't. That's why I was like right here because I just couldn't.
So what movie was that?
Yeah, it's from Batman Forever.
Again, didn't see that Batman movie.
Yeah, I always forget. I've never seen that movie, so I always forget that it was in that movie. I just know it as a song and then a meme song later. Let me close this before my computer starts breaking down.
See, Ronald reminded you to turn the music back on. He wants his cookies.
You get an extra cookie, Ronald.
And when I say I was busy trying to get pregnant in the 90s, I was going through fertility treatments in the 90s. So I didn't have time to be going to the movies and watching boy bands and stuff like that.
Ronald was so ready. He preset the message in the YouTube chat, so as soon as we're done, he can go press enter on his, because he double watches us on Fridays because we do the Twitch. Okay.
You did not offend me, Ronald. Come on. Do I look like I get offended easily? Maybe you don't know me well enough yet.
All right.
By the way, I am having a garlic roast beef from Subway. This is left over from my dinner last night. I had half for dinner, and I saved the other half for my breakfast.
Subway breakfast. When you first held it up, I didn't see that it was bread, so it looked like a wrap, and I was like, "Ooh, that looks like a fancy wrap."
No, your father got a wrap. I don't get wraps because I like to have a nice chunk of bread with my sandwich. Wraps are like, I mean, occasionally I'll have a wrap and it'll be okay, but that's just too thin. I like a nice good piece of bread with my meat.
I eat the same one sandwich anytime I go to Subway, every single time. Since I could tell it was Subway just for looking at the roll. They got the classic Subway bread. I got my phone. Are you pulling up the little snacks?
So it's me. No, I'm having a little snack.
Well, finish your little snack and open up the little snacks. While you're pulling up the little snacks, remember the yarn that I had on Wednesday that I was making the witch hat? The like 90s, 80s retro looking like black and neon yarn? I worked it up.
Ooh, that's a nice hat.
I like it. I don't like this big patch of black, but that can always be the back of it because it left this big patch of color in the front, which I do like. It's super fun.
Which dishcloth yarn, Ronald? Yes, it's a very witchy hat. It's a very fun and witchy at the same time.
Yes. Yes, which dishcloth yarn, Ronald? Because there are several, and some of them are yucky. Anytime I do dishcloth yarn, I get the one that's like got the scrubby and the cotton kind of mixed in. Let's see, they didn't have.
I've done the one from
didn't have the prescribed color, so I had to pick a different one.
Are you talking about the yarn for the shirt that you showed us?
Oh yeah, I forgot that he said that it was asking for a dishcloth yarn for that shirt, which is wild.
Why would you make it? I didn't hear him say it was asking for a dishcloth yarn.
He said it in the.
Why did you use dishcloth yarn for a shirt?
Crazy. He said it in the Discord.
That is weird.
Yeah, I gotta check the Discord, mother. Since says my 3 Subway orders are either meatball marinara, Italian BMC, or ham and cheese. But with that, I add a Miracle Whip at home.
Miracle Whip.
Mayonnaise.
Although
you did, Ronald. I saw it.
I looked at the picture in Discord, and then I think I just kept moving.
And you're like, I've already seen this. We looked at this on stream. I'm not a mayonnaise person. Every time I go to Subway, I always get white bread with, or no, I get the Italian urban cheese bread with ham, pepperoni, usually cheddar cheese. I think Wayne will sometimes switch up the cheese, so the cheese doesn't matter super much as long as it's like cheddar, or sometimes I'll get like Swiss or mozzarella, and then salt and vinegar and oil, or salt and pepper, oil and vinegar every time. Disney rumors.
Today's Disney rumors.
Oh, and you got the French flag. Allons enfants de la patrie.
I got the French one and I got the US one. Okay, so past days we have breakfast, we have dance moves.
Ronald is throwing some shade in the chat. He's like, when I get Subway, oh wait, I don't get Subway. I don't eat that garbage. I head straight to Firehouse Subs instead. That's exactly how I feel like it was said. Oh wait, I don't eat that garbage.
I must admit, we used to be big fans of Subway back when I was working a job and Subway was like on the way. I would get my breakfast and lunch there. But in the intervening years, Subway has gotten more expensive and they put less meat on their sandwich. My husband and I were just complaining about this last night when we got our sandwiches, because the sandwich looked all nice on the screen, and then I got it and I'm like, there's almost no meat on this sandwich.
That's how I feel about Cookout. I used to go to, when I was in college.
It was $12 for a foot long. $12.
Wild. That's how I feel about Cookout, because when I was in college, going to Cookout was the thing, because you could go and you could get an $8 tray and they would pile that ish up with fries and your chicken tenders or whatever. And now I feel like when I go to Cookout, now that I live close to Cookout and can go to Cookout, I feel like my tray is half empty. Same $8. What happened to all my fries?
Yep. I've been hearing on a lot of the business, because I listen to things like Marketplace and Morning Brew and stuff like that, where they talk about business stuff, and a lot of them are talking about how the companies feel like they can just get away with it.
I mean, they are getting away with it
because starting from the pandemic, and there was the you're not gonna like that, there's aioli on there, which is pretty much close to mayonnaise. You're not gonna like that.
Is
but
that
you
my
can take
brother
a bite
Isaac?
if you want to.
Isaac is breaking the fourth wall. He's in the house.
What'd you say? I didn't think you'd like it. Oh, you think the onion's overwhelming?
You could never have too many onions.
But yeah, but I don't want to spend the expense for double meat. That's why I don't do double meat. See, I don't particularly like sweet. Ronald's saying he can't eat savory things for breakfast. I don't particularly like sweet things for breakfast. I mean, the things
I like
that are the things that are sweet breakfast things, I like them. But if I eat them for breakfast, then an hour later I'm still hungry, because I don't feel like I ate food unless I stop that, Maya. I don't feel like I ate food unless I eat something savory. There's something in my brain that says sweets are for dessert or a snack, and savory is for when you're hungry and you're trying to get full. So I don't feel like I've eaten food.
Savory food feels too heavy for breakfast to me, unless I like really am wanting like an omelet or something. But then I usually like, if I'm eating breakfast very early and I'm just getting up, I want something sweet and usually small. So like a single pancake or a bowl of cereal or something like that. But if it's later in the day, like I woke up at 9 and I am now eating at like 11, then I'll have like an omelet or something like that.
Synth.
No cakes,
What
no
on
pancakes.
earth?
Like for breakfast or period?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, see, Ronald, I don't like sausage, But eggs, I can't eat eggs unless I put some garlic and onion.
Exactly. You're having your omelet like naked, no onions, no garlic, a naked omelet.
We can't have naked omelets, no. So we've got breakfast, we've got dance moves, we've got shopping. I already did the reality docs one.
Okay.
We got tacos, we got lazy days, and we did
the
solar
solar
system last
system
week. Or we could do today's Disney rumors.
I mean, what did they mean by Disney rumors?
I don't know. I am not a Disney adult, so I don't know anything about Disney rumors.
Synth
We just
doesn't
spent
like
all this time talking about
sweetbread,
breakfast. We should probably
period.
do synth. Oh, that makes me hurt.
I am the same way with saucy, creamy textures, but for savory stuff. Like, I can have sweet, creamy textures, so like a frosting or like melted ice cream, or on occasion, like a pudding or something like that. But I can't do that texture with savory stuff.
Yeah, I know you don't like sauces, you don't like gravies. I'm assuming you don't like mayonnaise.
No. Yeah, Ronald says we just talked about breakfast for 20 minutes, so that's what
I was about to say. We should probably do breakfast since we've been talking about it.
Let's do breakfast, and then we'll figure out, because I think I'm the only Disney adult here. Isaac saying all you need is egg and cheese. Cheese, and onion.
Onion. Or a little taco sauce.
What is this? That looks straight up like Disney's Peter Pan, and we definitely clicked breakfast.
We did click breakfast. So, I'm guessing it's a pancake.
Ah, pancake. Haha.
You're in charge of telling me if somebody puts guesses in the
Yeah. Isaac is saying, sweetbread is one of my few pleasures in life. He is French all of a sudden now. And Ronald says, I make a killer biscuit with sausage gravy. Ooh. I used to hate whenever people would order biscuit and gravy at Waffle House because I have to serve the gravy. I'm like, this looks gross.
My husband's a sausage and gravy person. Gravy and biscuits. And my son is too.
Or when people would get their hash browns covered and topped, because that means you get the sausage gravy and you get the chili on top. Ugh. It's not covered and topped. It's something country. Topped in country, because country is the gravy and topped is the chili.
Because I get my hash browns scattered, smothered, covered, and chunked.
Yeah, I get mine scattered, smothered, and chunked.
Although I haven't been to a Waffle House in a minute.
Also, back when I worked at Waffle House, I would bring my own cheese because I don't like American cheese. So if I had it covered, it would be with my own personal cheddar.
Chilaquiles is made with salsa, tortilla chips, champurrado, I have no idea what it is, and queso fresco. 3 of these are right, so we have a good chance. Which one should we pick?
So we're trying to guess the true one, right?
Yes.
Not guessing the lie. Okay.
3 truths and 1 lie. I'm thinking queso fresco.
Ronald is saying chips in the chat.
Okay, so let's go with chips.
I don't know what chilaquiles is. I thought I turned this off.
Yes, truth. I don't know what chilaquiles is either, but I've heard that word, but I don't know what it is. A croque madame is made with...
Oh, that is...
not hollandaise, not mortadella.
Poached egg.
I don't think it's a poached egg because you dip it in egg.
Well, Ronald is saying Gruyere.
That's what I'm thinking, Gruyere. There we go. A full English breakfast, gotcha on this one, includes baked beans. The other choices are mushy peas, no.
You.
Blood pudding, yes. Turkish
Turkish
delight. No.
delight.
So baked beans.
Baked beans. Let's see. Going back in the chat, Sim says, "Well, I also hate kettle corn, so I don't like a sweet flavor applied to popcorn either." So he says,
I don't like kettle corn, but because it's just sugar on popcorn. But I like caramel corn.
Caramel corn is good
because there's the buttery and the sweet with the popcorn. I'm not a biggest fan of like just straight sugar, but if it has a vanilla flavor to it or a buttery flavor to it, I prefer that over just like a straight sugar flavor with any kind of sweet.
Also, Ronald said I was right about the egg on the croque madame. He says, also egg. Yes, the egg represents a breast, which makes it madame. Oh. Apparently.
Okay.
Wild.
Popular in Australia, Vegemite is made with fermented bean paste. Nope, it's yeast. Soy legume hemoglobin. Stop it.
Wild.
Kombucha SCOBY.
What? Wild.
Brewer's yeast extract.
That's yeah. Now Isaac's saying justice for kettle corn.
Justice for kettle corn. I think my husband likes kettle corn too. I'm not a fan.
Nah, I am. If I'm choosing a sweet corn, it's gonna be caramel corn.
We got another Ben.
Oh, I wanted to like Ben, but I just kind of don't.
Me too. I wanted to like it when they said they had a new puzzle. I was like excited, but after playing it a few times, I'm not a fan.
It's a combination of when we're playing together here on the screen, it's too small, and also I don't know. Sometimes I feel like sometimes they're not super clear. I'm gonna do this though and see if that helps. We're gonna be down in the corner. We are your kings in the corner today.
Okay, it says match the mascots. We've got Cheerios, Captain Crunch, Raisin Bran, Frosted Flakes, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and Rice Krispies.
So like which ones have the same mascots?
No.
What are we?
I think maybe which ones have mascots, period, because Raisin Bran does not have a mascot.
The problem is Captain Crunch has a captain as a mascot. Cheerios had a bee as a mascot for a while. Frosted Flakes has Tony the Tiger. The Cinnamon Toast Crunch has the little cinnamon guys that eat each other. And Rice Krispies has Snap Crackle Pop. Like, other than Raisin Bran, they all have mascots now.
See, I would have said Cinnamon Toast Crunch does not have a mascot. And
but
Raisin
they do
Bran
now.
does not have a mascot.
They do now. Raisin Bran, I don't know. F raisins. But Cinnamon Toast Crunch does now have a mascot, because if you ever go buy a box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch right now, the mascot is a little like brought to life version of their little cinnamon squares. Ronald says, I think the answer is Frosted Flakes, Rice Krispies, and Captain Crunch. I agree with you. I just think that their answer is wrong.
So we're wrong.
Yeah, Ronald says they have named mascots, which is true.
Mm-hmm. That's what I would have thought, because their mascots have names.
Because Captain Crunch has the captain, Frosted Flakes has Tony the Tiger. Take Rice Krispies off and switch with Cheerios.
Nope.
Wild. Isaac is saying non-human mascots. So that's what I
was thinking. Maybe non-human. So maybe
leave Cheerios and take
Captain Crunch out.
Captain Crunch out, because he's human. So take Captain Crunch out and put.
You said Cinnamon Toast Crunch, because Raisin Bran doesn't have one.
Raisin Bran doesn't have one, but I'm trying to think, because Snap, Crackle, and Pop are elves, aren't they? Yeah, Ronald's saying trade.
They're not animals.
Yeah, Ronald's saying put Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Nope.
And that's not it either.
And this is why I don't like the Ben. People at Little Snacks, I hope you're watching. We need it to be clearer. I want to like the Ben. I want to like the Ben, but this is making me not like
the mascots.
Can you bring up what the clue is again? It just says match the mascots.
Let's see. Oh, it just has a how to play. We don't even have a clue. We don't even have a clue
match
till
the
the
mascots.
Yep, match the mascots. I'm not happy with this.
Ronald says trade Cinnamon Toast Crunch for Rice Krispies.
Okay. Let's take you out. And put you in. Nope.
What are they asking for? And did we already try Rice Krispies, Frosted Flakes, and Captain Crunch? Is that what we did first?
Uh-huh.
I'm looking it up. Does Raisin Bran have a mascot?
Raisin Bran does not have a mascot. Okay, so now Isaac feels the need to what? What are you doing?
Walk in the room.
We did that already.
We just had that. What are you doing, my sweet summer boy?
I told you.
Also, Kellogg Raisin Bran does have a mascot named Sunny. It's the sun on the box. Also, Isaac, you can just say stuff in the chat. I'm gonna read it.
Isaac thought ones that were all start with C, but that wasn't it either.
Yeah, apparently Kellogg's Raisin Bran does have a mascot named Sunny. So all of these things have a mascot. Their clue was not clear.
She said you don't read fast enough.
I'm just waiting for the things to come to me. Maybe be patient like everybody else in the chat.
I have no idea.
I don't know either.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Cheerios, Captain Crunch. Okay, Cinnamon Toast Crunch has the little cinnamon squares. Cheerios has the B. Frosted Flakes has the timer.
Yeah,
Raisin Bran has the sun.
I'm looking up information on the mascots.
No.
So Snap, Crackle, and Pop, which are elves.
Frosted Flakes, Cheerios. I wonder if it's all, well, I can't remember which companies.
I can Google anything right now.
Because Frosted Flakes is Kellogg's. Rice Krispies is Kellogg's. Raisin Bran, I think, is Post.
So I'm looking up cereals by Kellogg's.
And I can't remember which brand Cheerios is.
Let me
see. Which company, I mean.
Kellogg's has, oh my goodness, there's a long list. It's like they've made every cereal ever. Hang on. Kellogg's Cocoa Pops. Cocoa Pops fills chocolate. Okay. Okay, so they've got, Kellogg's has Frosted Flakes. Kellogg's has Rice Krispies. Kellogg's has Fruit Loops. Does Kellogg's have Raisin Bran, maybe? No, you said Raisin Bran's Post. Kellogg's has All Brand? What?
It could be Raisin Bran. Maybe Frosted Flakes, Rice Krispies, and Raisin Bran. Let's try those.
Okay. This one is just making me angry.
Chloe felt the need to come out of her cave to tell me that Raisin Bran is Kellogg's.
Not Chloe.
His Post also has Raisin Bran, so I wasn't crazy.
Ooh.
But in any case, all the Kellogg's ones, that's not it either.
And the whole point of it was mascots, because that is what it said at the
Mhm.
beginning, right?
I said match the mascots.
Do any
And
three
even
of
if
them
we quit, it
have?
won't give us the answer, which makes me mad.
Do any three of them have the same mascot?
No. Because the cinnamon toast is toast. The Captain Crunch is the captain. The
Yeah,
Cheerios is the bee. Rice
yeah.
Krispies is the elves. Frosted Flakes is the Tony the Tiger. And Raisin Bran is the sun, apparently.
Why is this not the easiest thing in the world?
Seriously.
What is it about the mascots?
I'm 2 seconds away from saying move on.
I mean, can we
And
just
your
move?
brother is shushing me.
Because he wants to. He's the kind of person that would sit and listen to the mandel on the third one until he figures it out. Yeah, I knew all the mascots except for Raisin Branson, mostly because I like commercials sometimes.
Sometimes.
The problem is their clue is not. Chloe says it's nature related. So, like the sun, Tony the Tiger, and the bee.
Okay, so we should do Raisin Bran, Frosted Flakes, and Cheerios. But didn't we do that already?
I feel like we've done every combination possible.
Okay. Frosted Flakes. Cheerios. Nope.
No.
That's Sun, Tiger, and Bee, and that didn't do it.
I'm about to see if I can just look up the answer. Because if we don't solve this and I never get the answer, I'm going to be furious.
Yeah, that's the part that frustrates me, is that you can go all the way to the end, use up all your moves, and it still didn't tell you what the answer was.
Right?
It's not little snacks, it's little snack. If you do little snack CO. Oh, excuse me.
My internet knows what I mean.
Well, I'm glad that your internet knows you better than my internet knows me. Go ahead.
Little snack then.
Go off. Oh, you are seriously looking at the answer, Maya.
I'm trying to. It's not anywhere.
Because this is not a very popular
Ronald
thing.
says 5 of them wore
Three of
clothes,
them
3
have-
of them wore hats. So Captain Crunch. Does Tony the Tiger wear a hat?
No, he does
Snap,
not wear a
Crackle, and
hat.
Pop wear a hat. Snap, Crackle, and Pop wear a hat. Cinnamon Toast Crunch has a mascot that is Chef Wendell. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, when I looked it up, had several mascots. So do Captain Crunch, Snap, Crackle, Pop, and Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Okay. Captain Crunch.
Not us pulling in literally every viewer that we've ever had to try to answer this Ben right now. Chloe waking up from her slumber.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And who else has a hat? Rice Krispies?
Yeah, Snap, Crackle, and Pop wear hats. I'm furious.
People coded.
I'm furious.
People coded.
I
He was
am
right. He did.
So furious.
He did say that it was people. And
He
we
did,
just
and
weren't.
we didn't
We
know.
just weren't counting the elves.
The problem
as people.
is. Also,
No,
the problem,
we thought the cinnamon toast crunch mascot was the toast, and it was
yes,
the
because
chef.
Chef Wendell doesn't appear on any of the Cinnamon Toast Crunch branding anymore. I have been to a grocery store recently. I have bought Cinnamon Toast Crunch because Wayne is a cereal fiend. He does not appear on any of the thing. Anyway.
Well, remember, we decided that the people who make these puzzles aren't exactly young, because What was it that one of the things where we thought they were giving us young people memes, and it's like that's
Oh
old.
yes. Let's see. Donald says I think Lucky Charms goes in the middle and Marshmallows goes on the right. I would agree with that. And now we were only going to have like 4 moves to finish the very last puzzle.
Lucky the Leprechaun.
Good for him.
Which cereal fits all 3? Oh, heck
We have
fire.
exactly 4 moves, so we cannot move anything until we're positive. Okay. So, person mascot Marshmallows is Lucky Charms.
Yeah,
I
these
think-
these 3 are right, so we're
Yes.
leaving them where they are.
I
We
think
just have to fill up the other ones.
if we put chocolate in the top, then person mascot and chocolate would be Count Chocula.
Yes.
Marshmallows and chocolate would be s'mores.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of, but marshmallows, chocolate, and person mascot is Cocoa Pebbles doesn't have. Okay, so let's not do chocolate. Frosted? But we don't have anything frosted in marshmallow.
Nothing in there is frosted.
Ooh.
I think your chocolate one was the closest one to it.
Yeah, because I think chocolate has to go up there because chocolate and person mascot is Count Chocula. But Cocoa Pebbles doesn't have marshmallows in it, so it can't go in the middle.
No.
Corn Pops doesn't have marshmallows in it, so it can't go in the middle.
So chocolate and marshmallows is s'mores. Yeah. Okay. So
Time out. Ronald says Cocoa Pebbles has to go at the top since it has no marshmallow. Or on the left. Because Cocoa Pebbles, the mascot of Cocoa Pebbles is the Flintstones. Which is a person mascot.
So we'll go at the top or at the side?
Because Count Chocula isn't Cocoa Pebbles, right?
Right.
Because Count Chocula is his own cereal.
Does Count Chocolate have marshmallows in it?
Looking it up. Oh, did Count Chocula always have marshmallows is a question that's coming up in Google. Yes, Count Chocula cereal has always included marshmallows since its debut in March 1971. So,
71. Woo! I feel old.
So Ronald's saying maybe it's Cocoa Pebbles on the left, chocolate on the top, s'mores on the right, and Count Chocula in the middle, which I think I agree because Count Chocula has a person mascot, has marshmallows, and is chocolate.
Okay, so we're going to go with that.
So Count Chocula in the middle. Put Cocoa Pebbles on the left, and chocolate will be at the very top.
And so we're putting s'mores on the right.
Even though that's not a cereal, so why is it?
Yeah, there is a s'more cereal.
Okay. Whew. We somehow squeaked through with exactly the right number of moves.
Seriously.
Yeah, and Synth confirmed as well. Yeah.
I hope that. I'm telling you, if they do any more Vins, I'm gonna skip them in the future.
Yeah,
I do not like that puzzle.
It's just like literally just give better clues. Because they did not, they just said match the mascots. Literally, what do you mean?
Okay, classic diner combo. I'm thinking bacon and eggs.
Sure.
Maybe it should be eggs.
Eggs and bacon?
I always say bacon and eggs, but I think some people say eggs and bacon.
Who says eggs and bacon?
I don't know, because I always say bacon and eggs.
What are you
Oh,
moving that O for? What you doing?
I was trying to do the A, but I was trying to use one hand.
Oh.
I should know better. Because I use my trackpad because I don't have a mouse on this computer. And so I need to hit the button with one finger and drag with the other finger.
Sun says you just burned all those guesses on the initial part to build tension and bring it all down to the last move.
No, I need to use if I try to do it with just this one hand, I mess it up. If I try to use the two fingers with it, but if I use this finger and then this finger, it works.
Do you not have a mouse?
I do have a mouse. But my mouse is hooked up to my work computer, and my wireless mouse is in the office somewhere.
We need to figure out a program to give me access to your computer so I can also go in and answer things.
Right now, right this moment in Argentina.
What's going on over there?
Your brother said ahora,
Sure.
which is now in Spanish, I think.
Oh, smart. Yep, Ronald gets the same thing.
Isaac said he has to be in the room so he can beat Ronald. Because Ronald types in the chat too fast. Okay, reaction to a really funny meme.
LMAO? No, that's
ROF. Oh.
Because it's not Raffle and it's not Lamau. I don't know. Oh, LMFAO. Are there enough letters? Oh, there's no F.
Raffle.
He's right.
Let's
go to the next
one. What'd you say? Let's move to the next one.
Yep.
Texas mission worth remembering, the Alamo. Didn't even give y'all a chance to guess.
No chance. What's next?
I just realized today's puzzle has no black spaces.
Yep, it's completely full.
John and Sons of Scotch whiskey fame. Nope. Move on.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Sandwich made with mayo and mustard.
It's egg something. Eggs.
I don't know, with mayo and mustard. Gross.
Oh. Ronald says egg salad. Because it's eggs and then alad. ALAD.
Okay, that makes sense, I guess. I just noticed they have an all clues button down here that you can look at all the clues.
I love this, so we could just go check that next time. But I like looking at the way we look at it.
Okay, so.
Also, I noticed that it had the person who created the clue on there, but there was nowhere that said the person who created the then clues. Because they were too ashamed to put their name on the
Toad in a hole, egg cooked in toast.
Ronald just put a-hole in the chat. He said a-hole, my nickname in college. Oh,
7 p.m. to 7 a.m. in the Purge movies.
No.
I don't know what. I haven't seen the Purge movies.
I haven't either.
I do not know.
No
Isaac
law.
says
That
no
would make
law.
sense.
But you want to see the rest of the clues before we? Okay.
Let's do that because we're very close to solving.
4. What YouTubers like CoffeeZilla and Critical are known for creating drama?
Drama. Okay. Oh, is he saying that because they don't make drama, they discuss drama?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because I thought they were just like people who do deep dives into the drama like it's the news.
Wendy's Agro Breakfast Sandwich.
Bacon.
Baconator.
Oh, okay. Agro. That's hilarious. Okay, so what were those other two that we didn't get? What, 7 across?
Okay. Okay. So, reaction to
Oh,
what?
Spectrum is coming for you.
The Baconator is not a breakfast sandwich?
Is the Baconator not a breakfast sandwich? We need to have some conversations with the creators of Little Snacks. Just all of them.
Okay, so LOL. Okay. See, I can't do it with one hand. Because it doesn't work. My fingers don't like it. No law.
LOLA. Oh, it's just lol at.
Dewar. I forgot what the last clue was. What was
Me
Dewar? Oh, the Scotch people who make the
Oh, okay,
Scotch.
yeah. Dewar the whiskey, yeah, Ronald said. That one wasn't bad.
That one wasn't bad, yes.
Man.
Okay, so it is 11:24. Do we want to move on to finish our King's Corner game?
Yeah, let's see, because we got Isaac here. Let's finish
Isaac,
King's
you
Corner.
gonna finish our King's Corner game? No, I don't think we got rid of that game.
Did we?
Ronald says we still have a King's Corner table.
Yes, and I think that's what they mean. Just sometimes it takes me so long to understand what these clues are trying to say.
Okay, so I don't think we got rid of it, but I will look it up.
I'm also looking it up. My dog chewed off her harness yesterday, so now I have a naked dog
Kings
with
in
no
the
collar, no
corner.
harness. Man. Come here.
Too many people
Don't you
on
want the people
internet.
to see you? Come on. Come on. Don't you want the people to see you?
Okay, come on, load.
She's stressed. She doesn't want the people to see her. Yeah, she's a naked dog, Sid. She's got no collar, no harness. She got nothing on.
Okay, I'm trying to bring up Board Game Arena right now.
I have my app up, and I do see a game of King's Corner where it's Isaac's turn.
Isaac said he's taking his turn.
Also, this is not King's Corner. This is
Well, I pulled that up while I was trying to get my pages up.
Okay. River, are you afraid to be on camera because you're naked? Is that your problem, though? Come here.
Okay, King's in the corner.
But-
Where are you?
So rude. And you know I can't tilt the camera down because my room's a mess. You don't want the world to see you?
Okay. No. I'm trying to find the table. Where is it?
This is what happens when you have 450,000 tables.
I only have 45 tables. Stop it.
So many tables.
Some people have hundreds. I have 45.
So it said, well, at least now we know if you see a king sitting in the corner, they're playing solitaire. King's Corner. Ronald says, if it helps, it's table number 545044374. I don't even know how he found that.
It's usually at the top.
You let me sleep so late.
I thought you were awake when I went to the bathroom. Thank you. I got room service.
Good for you.
Is it tea or coffee? Tea. Yeah.
You drinking tea?
When in
got
doubt,
tea.
I just made tea.
Thank you.
Come
Yeah.
on, load already.
Now I gotta wait for my tea to cool down. Oh, it's my turn. It's my turn. Okay. What have we got? What am I working with? Let's do.
I'm still trying to load the table.
Well, while you do that, I'm going
You
to
take
take
your turn.
my turn.
Rainbow.
Okay. Ooh. Don't miss that
So
merge.
get all dressed up in my going out clothes this morning, and then it was so hot when I got up this morning. I was gonna put makeup on, and I was all sweaty. I was like, ugh. I'll just have to wait till I get done here, and maybe the house will cool down long enough after, so that by the time the stream is over, I can get dressed and be ready. Come on, what is taking you so long?
Uno.
No, Uno.
Uno.
Oh, this game really does not want to load.
It's Spectrum. It's preventing me from playing.
I brought up everything else today. Why is it acting up on this game? Here
Maybe
we
not
go.
Spectrum. Maybe it's just War Game Arena.
It's Ronald's turn.
Ooh, I am the opposite since Ronald says I have a Spanish lesson at noon. So Ronald's got a hard out at noon. And Synth says I hate the heat. I'm a very cold inclined person. I am the opposite. I want it to be nice and toasty. I literally have a thermal on it. Yeah.
Oh, Ronald.
You're gonna have to start explaining to all of your appointments why you're late to things on Wednesdays and Fridays. No, Ronald! I had Uno, Ronald. How could you have done this to me?
Okay. It's my turn. Let me make this a little bit smaller so it looks better on the screen. Is that better?
I haven't pulled it up. Let me pull it back up. Because we had up a blank screen for a second. There we go. Can I move?
Does that look better?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see what we've got here.
Let's see. Sim says I keep my apartment AC in the 62-64 range. Wild. When I am home alone and don't have to worry about anybody else in the house dying of a heat stroke, I crank my AC up to like 75, 76.
What do you mean action already in progress? There is no action already in progress. Stop it.
Isaac, you got the worst hand? Good, then maybe I shall beat you. Because so far it looks like Ronald is. Wait, no. It's first one to negative 25, right? Yeah. So Ronald is winning. Mother and Isaac are tied, and I am bringing up the end. Ronald says try refreshing.
It hates me.
Oh, I don't mind sweating but I also am not a super like sweaty person unless it's like extremely hot. I don't tend to get the like beads of sweat dripping down my face or like dripping down my arms or anything. I just like twist them a little.
Yeah, I used to not be that person until I became a woman of a certain age. Now it gets even slightly warm in here and I start to sweat on my face.
Now, the only 2 times in recent memory that I can remember having like sweat dripping down my face are 2 months ago in when we were setting up for Faye Nectar, and it was like 90 something degrees, and we were out in a humid field, and we were like lugging all of my like tent and table and equipment and setting all of that stuff up, and then I had to frantically like finish sewing a dragon together like in the field. And so that day I was sitting in the sun, and so that day I was like, because the tent shade was like, because the angle of the sun was shifted over to the side, so where I was sitting was not in the shade. And then the other time I remember that happening was last year on the cruise. We got onto the boat and Isaac and I went up to the deck to like lay out on one of the tables and take a nap. But it was like, it was weirdly like usually on the like adults only deck or whatever, they've got the chairs that have like the shade, but the chairs had like the shade had like the little overhang had slats in it. So we were still sitting in the sun. And so I like laid down, took my nap and woke up drenched in sweat, like completely drenched. And Ronald says, Jesse just posted that Orleans is in alpha. What's Orleans? What is Orleans? Is this a game that we know?
Apparently, it's a popular game.
Oh,
I've heard of it, but I don't remember what kind of game it is.
Okay, let's do this.
Bag building game. Yeah, I got excited when I saw that Small World was in alpha. Even though I've never played Small World myself, but I remember when I first got into the hobby, that was one of the games that people talked about a lot. And so whenever any of the games and that was like roughly 10 years or more ago. And so whenever any of those games from a while back hit alpha on BGA, I get excited.
Are you ready for this?
Are you ready for it?
Uno out.
No. So now we're all close to losing. Okay.
Take all them points.
Let's see what we've got.
Bag building game. What does explain bag building game? What you mean? Or don't explain bag building game.
I think bag building.
Like a deck building. You take your turn, Mother.
I am taking my turn, but I was thinking when he said bag building in my brain, I was thinking a game where whoever has the most money wins. That kind of bag.
You know, deck building, yes, but you have a bag of chips that you're pulling out of. Okay. I need to see this game.
I think that's all I can do.
And going way back up, Sin said, I think it might be part of a consequence of growing up in Florida. I got really tired of constant heat and humidity. Understandable. Understandable. But then it's also probably a general insensitivity to cold. I literally can't go in a t-shirt. I can literally go out in a t-shirt and shorts when it's around 40 degrees and I barely feel it. Oh my goodness. Wayne and I argue fairly frequently every year of whenever it starts getting cold, because it gets very cold up here and we get like snow and stuff up here. And I'm like, we need to move somewhere warmer. I cannot stand it. I am freezing, but he loves the cold. The problem is we get both extremes of the temperature. So it'll get freezing up here during the winter and unbearably hot during the summer. So we have the worst of both worlds.
But you're still a few degrees cooler than we are.
Maybe I'm just thinking about this summer, because this summer has been...
Yeah, this summer's been
raucous.
Hopefully Isaac is taking his turns.
My tea is still too hot to drink.
Isaac is working on it.
Oh, also, in case anyone couldn't tell, which you probably couldn't, over my little table over here under my disco ball.
Your turn, Maya.
Oh, I will finish this thought in just a moment. I wonder if I can Uno out again. That would be great. Are we just not moving kings now? We're just
you know what? I put that queen on top of that king and totally forgot that I could move it. I don't know what I was thinking.
We just out here not moving kings anymore. Okay. Now, what am I to do with these empty spaces?
You could leave them for me.
Incorrect.
I don't think I come after you. I think Ronald's after you, so you wouldn't leave them for me. Bummer. I have things I can do with those spaces. Are you using that headphone that has the static again?
Possibly, or it could be the mic. Let me know if that fixed it. Intern. Yeah, because this mic has a weird like USB thing. Since says, I mean, a couple weeks back, the news outlet said we had the hottest recorded day ever, something like that. Yeah, I do not watch the news, but I caught triplets of people saying it's the worst thing in the world because it has been very, very hot. And
very, very hot.
Very, very hot. And hubby keeps the AC very low. Hubby keeps the AC like synth. Hubby keeps the AC at like 65, 66. So that is why I have a thermal on right now. But like I was saying a moment ago, my table back here underneath my disco ball, it might look slightly cleaner to you, even though you probably can't tell just because the things that I leave on the table are right here at the front. But I have cleaned off this table in this space, and there's currently a chair over there because I set up my sewing machine.
Yay!
I spent a full hour yesterday taking it apart because it wouldn't move. I put the pedal down and it would not move. And then I cranked the little knob and it was just stuck. And so I had to go in and fully take out all the bobbin stuff. And then I literally at one point had 7 screws on my table and the full side panel off sitting on the floor beside me with the oil. I could see all of the machinery inside of the sewing machine, and I had to oil and readjust and do a bunch of stuff to get it to move. So now it moves. Part of the problem was that it needs to be oiled and cleaned a little bit, and the other part of the problem is that something's up with the pedal. I feel like the connections in the pedal aren't as good as they used to be, so I have to if I want it to go at sewing machine speed, I have to put some force on it.
Oh no, that's not good.
Yeah, it's weird, but
it's been so long since I used the sewing machine that I don't think I would know how to use it at this point.
Oh,
I mean, as far as I wouldn't know how to thread it and wind the bobbin and all
I looked up a bunch of YouTube videos. Luckily, there was a bobbin that was already wound in there, so I was if I'm doing a bunch of test stuff, I'll just leave that bobbin in there. It's covered in dust, but I was if I'm just doing a bunch of test stuff, I'll leave that bobbin in there. And I followed a video tutorial on how to do the threading and get that to work. But the last time I actually used a sewing machine was, do you remember when I took home ec in high school and I made an M pillow? That is the last time I have used a sewing machine.
Last time I used the sewing machine was when we made our clothes for our very first cruise, and our very first cruise was 25 years ago.
25 years ago? When I was 5?
So no. This was before you were born.
Yeah, I figured. So maybe crank that back a few more years.
Do I have to?
If you want me to have not existed during the story, unless you had a baby on that boat.
I did not. So I guess maybe 30 years ago?
When I was 1?
No.
So maybe crank it back at least another year, maybe 2?
Honestly, I think we went on that cruise before we even started trying to have babies. So maybe 32 years ago.
You only spent about a year trying to have babies? Dang.
No. Isaac keeps going out.
I am so close
ruining
to
the rest of
losing
us.
this game.
No, I am so close to losing. I got 21.
I got 19. I am right behind you.
Ugh. Just if we ever play this again, remind me to set it for -10.
Yes.
I didn't even realize -25 was a thing, or I didn't remember that -25 was a thing. And I just go, that's a bad habit I have, especially on stream when we're about to set up a game, or even on Sunday game night when we're about to set up a game. I just go in and invite everybody, and I don't think to scroll down and look at the settings and see if we have, the advanced variant or whatever checked.
Yeah.
I really need to get in a better habit of doing that. I watched them play a game on Tuesday called Odin. Which is a ladder game, which is similar to that other game that we like to play. Although not as bad as Bacon. Bacon has some laddering to it too, and Bacon took forever.
We literally had a game of Bacon going on for months.
Yes.
And need to never start that game again.
Yes. The thing with Bacon for me, because me, I like a visually appealing game. And I think those cards would be pleasant if we were playing at the table. But what's the word I want to say? My brain.
What is the word you want to say?
It would be pleasant if we were playing at the table, but the incarnation on Board Game Arena, the art does not translate well, and it is just not. It just looks, I don't know. It looks poorly drawn or something, and then the game itself is just drags on and on. Because I don't like. I think part of that game is I don't really feel comfortable with the mechanic of trying to go out, like your partner goes out and then you try to hurry up and go out so that the other people don't score or something. That mechanic doesn't gel well in my brain. So I'm not the biggest fan of that one. But there's other ladder games that we play that we like. Like that other, I think Ron says he enjoyed Odin. I like Months Old Bacon.
We were playing that game for far too long.
But yes, it was far too long. But that other one that we play, what is it? Dobo or something like that?
No clue.
We played it. We've played it several times.
Was I there for all of those several times?
Yes.
I do not recall. Also, I wish this game had a feature of just undoing the last move. I just had to redo my entire turn and make sure I remembered everything because the only option is undo everything.
I hear a lot of people talk about Scout. And as far as online, when I watch people online talk about games, I've heard a lot of people talk about Scout.
Can we cycle back? Because I was taking my turn. Define ladder game. What is the laddering part?
Like when we play a game and you put down like a 5, and then somebody needs to either put down a higher number than 5, like 6, or you could put down 2 5s. And if somebody puts down 2 5s, then you can't go back down to putting down 1 card. Now the next person has to put down 2 cards, or maybe possibly 3 cards.
Gotcha. That makes me think of what's the game, maybe this is the one that you were thinking of, but what's the game where like someone plays a card and you can play either the same card and take another turn, or you can play a lower card and not have to draw a card, or you can play a higher card but then you have to draw a card. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I can't remember what game that is either, but it's in my head. Okay, let me see. What can I play? I can play that. Put that there. Nice queen. Okay, what else is available for me to play on? That. I'll put that there. Ooh, and then that'll let me move that. Move that 3 over onto that 4. Merge piles. And then I can do this.
We just have to make sure Isaac doesn't
And
go out.
put these 3 cards here. And is there anything else? Anything else? Oh, wait a minute. What am I thinking? That can... No, it can't go right there. Never mind. Okay. Yep, that's all I can do.
Y'all out
I've
here
got 3
leaving
cards
these.
left. What'd I leave?
No, everybody putting aces in the cardinal directions makes it so hard to move anything.
Okay. And they've got the Summer of Games calendar on Board Game Arena, but when they did the calendar before they changed the way the front page looked,
Mm-hmm.
the calendar would be above the fold. So when you went to the website, you would see the calendar and it would remind you, oh, click on the calendar. Now the calendar is so far below the fold. First of all, I didn't even realize it was up until 2 days had passed. And then I still went like 4 or 5 days before I clicked on something again because I keep forgetting because it's below the fold, and so I don't scroll down. But today's featured game in the summer calendar is Tiny Turbo Cars, and I don't think I've played that one.
Tiny Turbo Cars. Oh, it's my turn. Also, Ronald, no, there's not a way to stop anyone. I just need you to know in your heart what cards that he has so that we can make sure that he can't play them.
Because, of course, Ronald is psychic.
Yes. This is not good for me.
Yeah, the latter game I'm thinking of that we've played several times is called Dobro. Have you played Dobro on BGA, Ronald? Or maybe not BGA, because I know you play games in other places.
Since says I never got any. Oh, go ahead.
I've never gotten any of the achievements for doing a calendar on BGA either.
I'm surprised
because I always forget, but I always forget, even when it was above the fold, because they're on Paris time. By the time I get to playing my games in the evening, they've already moved on and said, okay, it's too late for you to get this day. This day for them is technically the next day by the time I get on there, if that makes any sense.
Ronald says we play so many new alpha and beta games that he's like, these ain't new. And also, he got one of the achievements one year because he set an alarm to remind him.
But yeah, Dobro, that's a game that...
Do I remember Dobro? I'm just gonna pull it up real quick. Actually, let me pull it up on my phone so my computer doesn't break everything. Let me see.
I access BGA every day, nearly every day, since I think when I first got into BGA, I think like maybe that first couple months I didn't really go. I only went on it like once or twice a week. But then once I started playing with my kids. We play every Sunday. My kids, and then if they bring, if someone goes out, then I lose.
We've got to move these aces.
But once we started playing together as a group, then I really started getting into it. And I'm not a person who's really good at keeping up a habit or whatever, but this is one of my habits where I do play this every day.
I can't do a single thing.
We
got all these aces.
I am on BGA every day. That's why I have 45 tables, because I want to be able to, because when I sit down, when I get done working for the day or whatever, and then I sit down and I want to play, I want to be able to play for, 10, 20, 30 minutes. So I have to have a bunch of tables to cycle through.
Yeah, I couldn't make a single move either, Ronald, because of them aces.
That's where I was. Yeah, let's see. Let me do that. I can play that. Okay. Ooh, that's 6. Okay, I can do that. Okay. Is there anything else I can put that? Oh no! What? Stop!
Did it freeze?
I clicked on something by mistake. Okay. Play that. Then I can take that and put that there and merge piles.
Are you about to Uno out right now?
I can. Am I? No, ma'am, I'm not. But I'm going to put that right there. And then I'm going to end turn. And that's it for me. I have one card left, but I don't know where I'm going to be able to put it.
And now Isaac can't play anything, and we move it to my turn.
That's what you're hoping.
Yes, that is what I'm reading in the stars. So hot. The Moomin cup came with the little silicone grippy here, and I was very close to throwing it away because the first few times that Wayne made me coffee, I was able to hold just the cup because I like a lot of creamer, and so he put enough creamer in it that it cooled the cup down, and so I was able to hold it. But the first time that he made me tea, I was like, "Oh, we got to find that grip because it is so hot." Okay.
Well, you could always make yourself a grip.
Well, it comes with a grip. It comes with like a matching grip with the lid. But I almost threw it away because I thought I was like, this is useless until I had tea. Okay. Mage. Okay, what am I doing? Mage.
I still am in the middle of my Love Island obsession.
Uno out.
Did you Uno out?
I Uno outed. Except that was not the end of the game.
We thought it would be, but I managed to get rid of a bunch of cards. So it didn't totally take me out. But yeah, there is a contestant. I started watching because I couldn't access Hulu for a minute, so I started watching Love Island USA, which I was going to wait until after I finished Love Island UK, but since I couldn't get on Hulu, I went to my Peacock and started watching Love Island USA, and there is a contestant on there, a female contestant from Charlotte. And I'm not a makeup wearer, okay? But whatever makeup she wears, every time she kisses one of the boys, they have white stuff all over their face.
How is she kissing them? With her whole face? Are they kissing or are they snogging?
They are snogging. They are, and I'll get to that in a minute. They are snog, but I mean, it's all over. Like, normally if you have makeup on and you kiss a guy, you might get your lipstick on his mouth, or maybe
Yeah,
a little
she
bit on
needs
the
to work
corners
on
of his
some
mouth.
transfer
She's got
proof.
makeup, all above his lips. It's all down on the chin. I'm like, whatever kind of makeup you are wearing, ma'am, you're letting the side down. You're making North Carolina look bad. 'Cause
L'Oreal lied to you.
we
You
have better
gotta,
makeup than that in the state. You need to find it and put it on.
yeah, somebody.
That and the fact that she just wears too much makeup.
I mean, that I will not say anything on because I wear so much makeup all the time. Half of my makeup is face paint. So that I will not say anything on. But like, if you're going to be all up in snogging somebody, you got to make sure you got something transfer proof, girly.
Exactly. I can't make a single move. But I mean, I know from watching the tutorials that the gals these days wear way more makeup than we wore when I was in high school. And I barely wore. When I say we, I mean my peers, I should say, because my mother was of the belief that all of her children were natural beauties, and so she did not buy us makeup.
Oh, for half a second, I thought you were going to say that she told you that wearing makeup made you a hussy.
No, she just felt like we were all natural beauties, so we did not buy makeup. And she didn't wear makeup either, so it's not like she was enforcing something on us that she didn't do herself. She just was not a makeup wearer because she felt like we were all natural beauties. And so I did not get in the habit of wearing makeup. I have worn makeup in the past, but I did not get in that habit. But I remember my peers wearing makeup in high school and whatever, and I know what they put on their faces. And what the gals do these days, they put layers these days. Like they're about to be on camera. Like they're about to be in a movie or something. They have layers on their face. But I thought they also had like a setting spray stuff that you could put on your face to set all that powder and stuff on your face. And whatever she's not using whatever you use.
Could not play anything.
Well, yeah, since going all natural is a huge money saver, but also let's be real, I'm lazy. Okay, I'm not getting up early to do all the stuff to my face every day.
I just do all the stuff to my face anyway and show up late.
I'm not getting up early to do all the stuff to my face. But also, and as people say, you know, kids rebel against their parents. This is how my kids rebel against me. My daughters all wear makeup, and I don't wear makeup.
Yeah, I'm lazy on the other end of it. Getting up and like doing the makeup is fun. I hate sitting down and taking all of my makeup off at night. That is annoying to me.
Okay, 9, 8. I can put that there. I can move this here. Okay.
Doop, doop, doop.
I can play that there. Come on.
I keep thinking this game is almost over, and then it is very much not almost over. Ronald's got Uno.
Take this and put this here. Oh, stop. Stop giving me error messages.
Struggling.
Okay, put that there. Okay. Put this here. Put this here.
Went to work yesterday, and I am realizing that the times that I do yarn braids are so few and far between. Look at you, Una. The times that I do yarn braids are so few and far between that every time I do yarn braids, I am now in a new circle of people who have never seen me with yarn braids and who have never seen yarn braids before. And so literally every time I do yarn braids, I have a new set of people that are like, oh my goodness, your hair is so cool. What did you do? Is that yarn? How did you do that? Is it just wrapped around? Is it, and like, not bad questions, but it's always the same questions every time. Every time. And I'm like, I thought, have we not been through this?
Yes, Synth. When the error comes up and then I'm waiting for it to go away. I mean, I could just click the X or whatever, but it's like, go away. You've already told me, go away.
Can't I do anything?
700-day streak.
Wild, Ronald. You should throw yourself a party. I literally just saw a girl throw herself a party and buy herself a cake for her, like, I want to say it was like 500 days, or maybe it was also 700 days, but she like got a cake that was like happy 700 days and they drew like the duo on it. I
was just thinking about putting Duolingo back on my phone now that I have a new phone.
I still have Duo, and he still is sending me angry messages every other day.
I just thought about it the other day because I was cleaning out my photos because I think it was it was when I was setting up my new phone. And it was, transferring things over. And in the photos, it was telling me I had 548 photos. And I was like, the hell you say? I don't take pictures. How do I have 548 photos on my phone? So I immediately went through and started deleting. And I managed to delete like 250 pictures. And most of them, honestly, it's not that I take pictures. What it's counting also is like if somebody sends me a picture,
weird,
in a text, then I've got that picture sitting there.
I've got like a couple thousand pictures, but I also I use Google Photos, so it's like saves all of my photos from across my phones. Also, Synth says tomorrow's my birthday. Happy birthday, bon anniversaire.
Happy birthday.
Synth says,
Feliz cumpleaños.
Tomorrow's my birthday. I have a streak of those going for a number of years.
Okay. And I am Uno again. I wish I had a place to put this last card. And it is time for the rock music. Because Ronald's got a hard out. It's 12 o'clock.
But Ronald's in a different time zone than us, remember?
Is he?
I thought, because I said that earlier, and then he was like, that's 90 minutes from now.
Oh, noon CST. Okay.
So we can finish this game, because no one's come knocking on my door yet. Yeah, Ronald, remember, he's the international man of mystery for a reason, because he's never in the time zone that we think that he's in.
Well, I was just looking and I noticed that it was 12:05, so I was like, okay, it's time for the rock music.
Is Synth actually right? Is Ronald in Minnesota?
Isn't that where Tim Walz is from?
I have
or am I wrong? Tim Walz from Wisconsin?
Oh. Okay, we've been through this before, but I have on multiple separate occasions thought that Ronald was from Louisiana, Canada, California, Nevada. I have thought you were in all of those places.
Alabama. Because he talks about the South. Alabama.
Exactly.
Just her, Maya.
In every state in the country, as far as my brain is concerned. Can I please just play something?
You're not old enough to have lived anywhere for 35 years, Ronald. Hush your mouth.
Uno. Ooh. And Uno out.
And yet the game is I'm still hanging on. I'm still hanging on. Because I keep getting rid of my cards toward the end.
I swear, if y'all throw down more aces, we're gonna fight.
If y'all would go out earlier, this game would be over because I would have a handful of cards.
We would have been able to go out earlier if people held on to their dang aces.
Let's see what Dani can do here. Let's throw down a king. Ronald, I played one whole card. Okay, let's put this 4 right here. Let's see, do I have anything else I can do?
My tea has just reached
that
the temperature.
8? That's
that
an
it's comfortably
8.
drinkable.
8. Nope. That is all Dani can do. There we go.
Doop, doop, doop.
But also, Ronald is trying to make himself sound like he's as old as I am, and it's just not true. No, back to my Love Island obsession.
Wow.
On Love Island UK, there is this girl named Mimi and this guy named Io, and they were coupled up at the very beginning, right? And then because this show just wants to cause drama and break everybody up,
that's the point of the show.
You know, he ended up with another girl named Mimi, and I mean not Mimi, Uma, and Uma was like. She already immediately liked Mimi, and see the people coming in have seen the show before they come in, so they know what's going on thus far. So like she knows that Mimi and Io kind of have a thing, and so that her and Io really don't go anywhere when she comes in, and then she ends up going with another guy. But two of the sweetest things I saw on this, people saying this season is boring, but two of the sweetest things I've seen is that Uma eventually met another guy that she liked, and they had a little bit of a bump in the road because Love Island likes to do this Casa Amor thing where they put the guys in another house and then put a bunch of new girls in front of them as a temptation, even though they're paired up with another girl.
Mm-hmm.
And so they had a little bump there, but then he like groveled and apologized and they made up. But then the public decided they didn't want him in there anymore. So they either voted him out or they did a recoupling where another guy who came in chose Uma, and Uma started crying when the other guy chose her. And then when that other guy chose her, that left her guy as the only single one. And so the show was like, okay, you're the only single one, you got to go right now. And she stood up immediately and said, I'm done. I'm not playing this game no more. I met him. We've been together several weeks. We like each other because they're like 4 weeks into the game at this point. We like each other. I'm not staying here and trying to pretend that I want to date somebody else. I'm going home. And
so did they both go
home?
They
both left. And she went home. And I checked Instagram. They're still dating.
They're together.
Yeah. She went home.
She said, dating. I found my one. That's the point of the show. What are you doing? I'm out.
Supposedly the point of the show is to win $100,000, but she was
it's called Love Island.
She's like, I'm done.
Oh, that's sweet. I want to look up a clip of that.
Okay, where can I put these cards?
Because that feels like the most real thing that has happened on a reality.
Yes, that's what I was. That's what I was thinking when I saw it. It was like, you know, she's a real one, and she was a dichotomy to begin with because she, like, you know, a lot of these people jump in and start, you know, kissing the guy right away, you know, on day one and stuff. And she was like, she had never had a serious relationship. She really hadn't dated much. She was truly beautiful. Some of these girls are trying to be beautiful by putting on a bunch of makeup and all this other kind of stuff. And some of them are just like too heavily made up. They're not pretty, but they're put together. Because, you know, they've got the makeup, they've got the boobs and all this stuff, but they're not pretty. This girl, Uma, is pretty. She's very pretty. And she wore a lot of like low cut and whatever clothes. So you would think, oh, she's just going to jump in and start kissing right away, blah, blah, blah. And no, she was like, I'm not that kind of girl. And there's another girl, and both of these are black girls. There's another girl, Mimi, who's like, I'm a slow burn. I'm not just going to jump in and be all over the guy in the bed right away. We need to get to know each other.
Mm-hmm.
But she's been recoupled a couple times, and Io's been recoupled a couple times. But you can tell they still have a connection. If this wasn't a show where they're purposely trying to make y'all try this person and that person and the other person, those two would still be dating right now.
Yeah.
And I would not be surprised if this show ends and we look on Instagram and those two have ended up together in their dating.
Yeah, just married, yeah.
Because they just have something where you can tell that they want to be together, but the show is like putting people this way and that way.
This is not good for me. I cannot play anything.
I'm going on vibes, Ronald. Back to what you said. I'm going on vibes. And so I didn't know much about Tim Walz, but when they were laying out the people briefly that she might pick, I was just drawn to Tim Walz over the other choices. And so I was happy when that turned out to be who she picked. And then once she picked him, then all the podcasts and news podcasts I listened to started, giving a rundown. Well, who's Tim Walz? What he says he done in his state and stuff. And then once I started hearing the roundups of the things that he's done in his state, then I was really happy that was who she chose.
I was not able to play a single card.
Okay, let's see. Okay, I can take that and that.
Also, Ronald saying dose in
right
the chat
there.
when he had 2 cards was hilarious.
Put that right there. Oh, and he put something where he was asking if he spelled something right. What are you talking about? What did you think you misspelled, Ronald? I do not know.
Yeah.
Okay, play a card right here.
Stint said, oh, yeah, you spelled my name right. That's absolutely right. It's spelled the Greek way.
And merge
Stint
piles.
says, I saw a poll a while back that basically asked what you want or value more, love or money. And it surprised me how many people picked money over love. So those people on Love Island were like, nah. But I don't know. To be able to leave like for a month and a half or something to be on a reality show, they must have some money put away somewhere. Because I couldn't just leave my job for a month and a half just to go kissing up on some people. Like they must already have some kind of money somewhere. Ooh, mother, how could you?
What do you mean? How could I?
How could you put me so close to losing?
So sorry, not.
It's not, Ronald. This game is going to go on forever. We are all going to get down to everybody having 24 points.
Let's see. What else do I have that I can get rid of? Nope. That looks like that's it. Okay.
Oh, also, Ronald, I think my phone was listening to you the other day and what you were texting, because you said, I was talking about the plot of Oliver and Company, and then you said, at least it's not Anastasia. And then the next time I went to listen to my day list on Spotify, it had Once Upon a December from Anastasia on it.
Synth, I could never succeed at a reality show because I don't know. I could not do the outrageous, like for instance, they don't do it so much on the British Love Island anymore, but on the US Love Island, whenever they text different contestants' phones to give them instructions, because this is pretty much a hostless show for the most part. Mm-hmm. And they just text the people with instructions. And whenever they text somebody with instructions, it's like, I've got a text. I had to move my microphone because I didn't want to yell in your ear.
Wild.
But I mean, they scream and they're like, I got it. And then everybody jumps up and down. I'm like, oh my God, please.
Yeah, the excessive drama. Yeah.
The excess is just too much.
Okay.
But
Take his appearance.
thank you, Ron. Thank you so much. But at least on the British one, they're kind of like, now they've calmed, because they used to do that on the British one too, and now they kind of calmed down, and they're kind of like, I've got a text. They say it out loud because everybody's in different parts of the villa, but the villa on the UK version is small enough that, like, if you're sitting over here in the fire pit and somebody's sitting over in what they call the den, if everybody just decides to not talk, then the people in the fire pit decide to not talk, then they can kind of hear what the people in the den are saying.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a whole bunch of that this season, of hearing what the other people are saying by just kind of listening. The place that they just built a new place for Love Island USA for this season in Fiji, and that place is beautiful, but it is so big that you cannot eavesdrop unless you are purposely trying to walk up to the place and stand.
That would be me. I think that would be the only way that I would survive on the show. Not for me, like, having drama with a bunch of people, but I would be the one that's like, ooh, did you hear that Shelly said this about Joshua? Or like, they would have so many camera shots of me just standing behind a wall with a cup of tea listening. I'm just listening. Arnold says, I'm really scared about my Spanish lesson because I have to speak non-stop Spanish for an hour. You got it, Ronald. You got 700 days of Duolingo. You got it.
We have faith in you.
Sim says, I like that you're such a Love Island connoisseur that you can comfortably talk about the differences between the British and American versions.
When I watch stuff, in this day and age, they just make it easy for you. When I watch stuff now, I tend to, if there's more than one version of it, shows, streaming services will give you the versions from the different countries. And so I tend to watch and compare at least the different English speaking countries for the most part, is what I tend to go for.
I tried that. I don't know. I guess it's different for Love Island because, like you said, it's kind of a hostless show. Like, the main reality show that I watch, that I tend to watch, is Taskmaster. And I've seen every season available of the original, like, British Taskmaster. But they have, like, UK, New Zealand, or not UK, they have Australia, New Zealand. They have the American version that lasted like a season. And there's one other country that's like not English speaking at all, so you have to watch it with subtitles. But because they do have a host, the host is different in all of those other locations. And so it's like, part of the reason that I enjoy the show is because I like Greg Davies. And so I feel like the other Taskmasters don't have, like, they have kind of close and like similar, but their vibe just isn't the same as Greg Davies. And so it's like, watching the contestants do the silly things is fun, but I feel like overall the show isn't as enjoyable to me.
That's how I felt about watching the Great Pottery Throwdown, the British version, and then there's a Canadian version that's only had one season so far, and it's like Seth Rogen watched the British version and really liked it, and he's Canadian, so he went to the Canadian Broadcasting Company and was like, hey, I got a show idea. So he's like, and he's also, in his real life, he's into pottery, so he
Ronald with his trace. Ronald is just gonna keep going up with Spanish numbers. Sorry, continue.
Used to watch the Japanese shows Sasuke before they made American Ninja Warrior. Yeah. And a lot of times, if a show, especially if a show originated in a certain country, I tend to prefer that country's version of it, especially if it's a fiction show. Like, there was a TV show called Skins
I could play anything.
on UK television, and I watched all the seasons of that. And when MTV got the rights to make an American version of it, I did not like it at all. I just did not like it.
What was Skins?
I don't know why. Skins was teenagers behaving badly.
Oh,
it was like they were all in the equivalent of high school. And who won?
Ronald.
Ronald. While we're
he
sitting
won
here
that
talking,
hand and he won the game.
While we're sitting here chatting, but that went longer than we thought, because we thought we were gonna be out a long time ago.
I lost because of that.
When y'all had 14 and 17 points, we thought we were gonna go out quick then, and we still went several more rounds.
I was doing so well.
Oh,
Isaac said he just barely lost. He did. He was very close.
Yep.
How dare.
How dare.
I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the rock music.
Turn on the rock music.
Yeah, we got 7 minutes, so we can like chat for 7 minutes over some rock music.
Yeah. While we're chatting, I'm gonna bring up that game Dobro, because I know you remember this game.
I looked it up and I looked at the picture and I remember the picture. Oh, 22, 23, 24, 31. I was so far.
So not many people playing this. There's only like 16 games, 16 tables of it right now.
Not many people playing Dobro?
Yeah. I was going to show a game in progress just to show what the game looks like. Oh, well, that's not a good place to show. But...
Well, I've minimized it. I can pull it up again now. Dobro. Yeah, I remember these cards.
Where are we? Wait a minute. There's no screen. Where'd y'all all go? Oh, okay, there you are. But I just think the cards are cute. It is a ladder game. Now you only have one table going on BGA. Is that your comfort zone, Ronald? Just one async table on BGA? Does that make you feel better? You hate the art? Oh no! I thought it was cute. I
also think it's cute. Also, now Isaac in the chat of King's Corner saying 31 points couldn't be me. Rude.
The other game that we were talking about, Maya.
Yes.
I have a table of this going, I think. Maybe I'll just open my own table. Was Odin. I think Odin is cute because it's there's Vikings and animals moving in the background of the game. Come on, Odin, where are you? Okay, there we go. Oh, and it's my turn too, so.
Wild that it even scrolls that far. I have never even had to scroll that far.
What are you talking about?
You have too many tables.
I only have like 45 tables. I'm telling you, there are people who have 125 tables.
And that doesn't make what you're doing any less crazy. That just makes them more crazy.
That's not true. Come on.
Ronald said when he was trying for Alpha, he'd keep like 50 tables. But these days he usually has less than 10. And since then, maybe this just gives Ronald a chance to say he has Uno tables going.
Come on, let's refresh.
Yeah, I've only got, how many tables do I have? I think I've got like 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because that game of Potion Explosion is still going.
Okay, so
this is cute.
Isn't it cute?
Isn't love it cute?
And there's nothing walking right now, but usually there's over these mountain things. You can see the people kind of breathing up and down. Okay, here comes something walking. Come on, keep walking. There's a little moose or yak or whatever.
Somebody put a lot of energy into this, and I like it. That's so cute.
Oh no, it's a Viking. Just his helmet. I thought it was an animal, but it's a Viking with a treasure chest. Okay.
It's cute.
See, I'm always a nice person in these games, so I always play the lowest card so that people have a chance to build up from it.
No, play to win.
But somebody else will play like in this game you play a card, right? So like I played a 1. Okay, the person who comes after me gets to can play 1 card or 2 cards. So they can play a card higher than mine, or they can play like 2 cards. But if they play 2 cards, like for instance, if you play 2 cards, they either have to be the same rank. So like if you want to play different colors, then they would both have to be the same number. Or if you're playing different numbers, they all have to be the same color. And whatever numbers you play, like if I played this 8 and this 2, if I played the 2 and the 8.
We will have to finish explaining this. You can keep explaining this. I gotta go. He did not give me my pre-leaving warning, so it's time for me to
I gotta go too, so let's do the out. Let's go.
Let's minimize. That game is very cute, though. We can maybe explain it again next Friday. Maybe we'll play it next Friday.
Maybe we can play it on Sunday.
All right. This has been the Friday Coffee Klatsch. I've been Artemis, your gamer bro. This has been Dani, your gamer dame. If you liked what we're doing, give it a thumbs up on YouTube or Twitch. If you want to support us and make other people know that we're doing good jobs, subscribe or follow on Twitch. If you want to be notified whenever we're going live, and make sure that you're there just in time to hear my nightmares, because that is apparently what I talk about during every pre-stream. Go press the notification bell so that you can hear all of the stories. If you want to hear the nightmare that I talked about today and you missed it, go back, because we've got VODs. We have VODs. Go to the VOD and watch it and listen and things. And if you want to talk directly to us, but you weren't here live, go leave a comment of a card, because we were talking a lot about card games. A card or a bowl of breakfast cereal, because I'm still furious about that game of dead. Furious.
All right, have a good weekend, everybody. Bye.
Ending the stream.